surrounded by crisp brown skin and a perfect portion of stuffing in each and every slice. A stuffed turkey breast allows for tender meat surrounded by crisp brown skin and a perfect portion of stuffing in each and every slice. A stuffed turkey breast, it may not be your first thought when you think of Thanksgiving, but for those of you who love just the white meat, this is a great idea. Or maybe you have a small family that you want to feed and you don't want to roast a whole turkey, or even you have a big crowd coming and you can't fit 2 turkeys in the oven. This recipe, I'm sure you're going to love, and I hope that you'll try it out this Thanksgiving. So, to get started, in front of me here, I have a 5.5-pound turkey breast. And this is a whole turkey breast. You can see there are both lobes right here in front of me. And this is boneless, so that means that the breastbone has been removed. So today I'm going to show you how to butterfly this turkey breast and roll it up with a delicious stuffing. So the first step in this process is to remove the skin. And all you have to do is take a very sharp knife and glide it in between the skin and the meat of the turkey here. You can certainly ask your butcher to go about this process of butterflying your turkey and removing the skin. No worries there. Now you're not cutting into the meat by any means here. You're just really gliding the knife right where the skin meets the meat. So now we have the skin, and we're just going to set this off to the side. Now you want to be careful with your knife when you do this. You don't want to create any holes or punctures in the skin, because this is going to be laid over the top of our rolled turkey, and it will create a beautiful presentation. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take the breast and you're going to flip it over, and what we need to do now is butterfly it, or even it out into an even thickness. And how I like to do that is right where the tenders of the breast are, and if this was a chicken breast, these would be the lovely chicken tenders that we all love, but the turkey ones are a little bit bigger here. So take a very sharp knife and you're going to cut right underneath the tenders, and what you're going to do is just pull them back slightly, and what this does is it kind of evens out the shape of the turkey. So you want to repeat this process on the other side here. You're opening this up almost like a book in a way, something a little bit more uniform here. And now what we're going to do is take a piece of plastic wrap and we're going to cover the top between other side here. Using a meat mallet, the smooth side, not the textured side. We're going to pound this out into an even thickness. I would say you want this between an inch to maybe an inch and a half in thickness so that it cooks evenly in the oven. So you have a nice even thickness here, and you can see the shape almost resembles a butterfly, and that's where this technique gets its name from. Now, of course, whenever you're making turkey, whether it's a whole turkey or in this case a breast, you want to season the inside of the turkey. You want to give it a liberal sprinkling of salt and pepper. Don't be shy here. Again, you have about an inch and a half of meat, so you really want to make sure that it has that wonderful flavor from all of the salt and pepper. So, good sprinkling. You can find this recipe on, and this is a delicious sausage and pecan stuffing. It's made with breadcrumbs, so it's a little bit finer in texture, and that's really what you're looking for here. And you can find this recipe on marthastewart.com. And you want to spread this out into a nice even layer. So all the stuffing, just spread it and press it down. And now what you're going to do is you're going to roll this turkey breast up. So starting at the short end, you're going to kind of roll it up as tightly as you possibly can. Turn it around here. And now, what we're going to do, we have a nice compact shape here, is we're going to take the skin and we're going to place it over top. And what this does is it protects the meat. It's going to keep the meat nice and juicy. And of course, as this roasts in the oven, the skin will get a nice golden brown color, and it should be pretty crisp, which is what we all love, that crisp crispy skin. To help this roulade, which is what this is called, this roll-up here, to stay together during the roasting process, I'm going to do is take some cheesecloth and some twine to keep it together. I'm going to transfer the turkey roulade right to the center of the cheesecloth here, and then all we're going to do is take the cheesecloth. This is a few layers of cheesecloth. You're just going to wrap it over, and then again, roll this. Take a little bit of transfer the bottom roll, and you're going to just tie the right to the center of the cheesecloth. And so there you go. You have a nice little bundle, a nice little swaddle of turkey here, and take a little bit of kitchen twine, and you're going to just tie the ends. In classic French cooking school, this technique is called a ballantine, and that means a wrapped rolled roast. And you want to make sure that your oven is preheated to 375 degrees. I'm just going to take my knife and trim the ends of my twine here and transfer this to a rimmed baking sheet with a wire wrap, because what that does is it helps promote even air circulation. And to this, I'm going to add a cup of water, and that goes right into the bottom of the pan here, and that's just going to create a little bit of steam that's going to help keep your turkey breast nice and moist. Now, another thing that's going to help keep this wonderfully moist and also really tasty and give you that wonderful brown skin is 4 tablespoons of softened butter. And what you're going to do is you're going to brush this right over the cheesecloth. Now, this method, it seems a little weird. I really think you will, in the end, want to try this. Great recipe. Okay, so this goes into the oven again, 375 degrees in the middle of the oven, and this will roast until an instant read thermometer in the center of the roast is at 165 degrees. That will take almost up to 2 hours, but you really should check it at about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. So right into the oven. So our turkey roulade has been out of the oven resting for about 30 minutes. You want to make sure that you give it a good amount of time to cool slightly and for those juices to redistribute throughout the breast. So just peel back the cheesecloth here, which comes off easily, and there you go. Give it a beautiful brown turkey breast here. It looks great. Now gently remove or shimmy the cheesecloth out from underneath the turkey breast, the roulade here. So now the moment of truth here, slicing. Now when you're slicing this, because it does have quite a bit of stuffing in it, you don't want these to be paper thin slices. So about a ½ inch slices are really great. Use a very sharp knife here, guys. If you let it rest, it will make it much easier to carve too. It's less likely to fall apart. Now, all you need is a nice, beautiful platter and some wonderful herbs to garnish this. And I am sure you will not miss the whole Thanksgiving bird on your table. This is a great alternative, you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and as always, if you have any conundrums, write them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoy, guys. I'm sure you will not miss the whole Thanksgiving bird on your table. This is a great alternative, you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and as always, if you have any conundrums, write them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoy, guys.